Hi everyone again. Okay, so this is going to be my last video for today, and I might do this one kind of long. I don't know how long this is going to take. I wanted to go through the rest of my journal and some of what I've been doing. So like I was saying before, the journal was started for me to kind of keep track of myself and my PCOS and trying to conceive journey. So the first thing is I'm going to go through some of the ideas that I've been kind of exploring if I like or not. I kind of don't know what theme I would go with, but I've been thinking about it for a long time. So I usually will clip stuff out of magazines. I get samples. I get a lot of mailings. I've signed up for a lot of stuff online. And I haven't gotten too many samples in the mail. The other day I did get some samples of Similac formula. And two of my best friends just had babies within the last 2 weeks. So I'm hoping eventually if they switch to formula, I might go ahead and send them some of the samples that I've gotten. Right now I think they're both breastfeeding, so they're not going to be needing any kind of formula, or if they're ever even going to switch to formula. So what I'm going to do is I'm going through some of the products that I like. So a little background before I do that. I have an environmental studies degree. That's what I did at school. And I'm really into taking care of the environment, organic stuff, natural stuff, trying to minimize our effect on the planet. So I'm kind of always looking for these themes and ideas of the environment, nature. I don't know how I'm going to take that yet. So far, I am convinced that I am not going to want to know what the sex of the baby is whenever I do get pregnant. I'm not sure if I'm going to want to know. I think I'm going to like the surprise factor. So if I go with the surprise factor, obviously I want to pick a theme that would work out well for both boys and girls. And that's the jungle theme works really nice. So the jungle, the rainforest, safari kind of thing kind of goes really nice with that because it's kind of neutral colors, and they're making it in neutral colors as well as more boy colors and girl colors. So I kind of like that whole idea. And then my favorite idea so far is actually the beach and surf kind of theme. I love the beach. I love the ocean. I love water. I love being in the pool. I'm a swimmer, all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of thinking a surfer theme might be really cool. And then you can actually blend it in boy or girl. Once you know if it's a boy or a girl, you can kind of then craft it any way you want. But I don't know. That's just one idea. So far, I'm going to start showing you some of the stuff that I've been saving. If I were to go with prenatals, for a little while I was actually trying the one-a-day women's prenatals, and I actually quite like them. They were pretty well priced because I think the prescription prenatals have this pretty much the same ingredients and are a lot more expensive. So I might end up just going with a simple one-a-day prenatal. And let's see what else I have in here. I have a little bag that's going to be to save the pregnancy tests. So whenever I get my first positive pregnancy test, I have a little bag that's really good, really sturdy to actually save them all in. So that's what I've thought about that so far, what I'm going to use that for. And then there's a product, I have no idea where I'm going to be living in the next few months, and if that's going to be something that's going to be permanent or not. So I don't know how much room decorating in the future I'm going to be able to do. It all depends on where we're going to be living. But I've always thought of, having a permanent home when I have a baby so that I can actually decorate the room any way that I want, and I don't have to worry about if I'm renting, painting, and all that kind of stuff. But I definitely wanted to do a mural, and I have a picture of an idea of a mural that I was thinking if I go with the surfer theme. This is just something that I copied off just to get an idea of what a wall would be like if I were to do a surfer mural theme kind of thing. So kind of tropical kind of feel. I've also gone to the websites. Let's see, there's a lot of websites for room ideas, but the one that I really liked was ababy.com. And the one where I got the mural from was called boysthemebedroom.com. So I like that a lot. And let's see, if I were to go with a bassinet, I really like the Fisher Price. The Fisher Price. What was it called? I'm sorry, I'm like blanking right now. The Zen collection has an amazing bassinet. Now, yes, it's a little bit pricey. I think it was like $250 or something like that. But it was the Fisher Price Zen bassinet. And then I also like this little cradle looking thing here. But I think I've recently heard that this has actually been pulled off the market. And if it has, then I might just end up trying to find one that's similar. But this is the amybaby.com, and it looks kind of like that. There's a better close-up of it. And I've heard that it's been pulled off the market, so I don't know why. I've got to research that a little bit more, because I really like the idea of that right next to the bed. It kind of, it's good for back sleeping, so I don't know why it would be a problem, but then again I have to redo more research. So that's that. The collection that I'm going with, or that I like the best so far, is really cliche. It's kind of the collection that's there in all the stores. It's the one that a lot of people are, just normally, if they're going with this kind of theme, it's the one that everyone's kind of picking. And I would love to be more original and look for a design that's more original, but at the same time, I have no idea in the future how much money we're going to have on hand to spend on all the kinds of different products that I want. And I want to create that kind of environment where there's all different kinds of places that you can put a baby down in, especially when they're not crawling yet, and to kind of give them entertainment and yeah, just basically give them something to do when they're sitting and they can't roll yet or they can't crawl yet. So I am going with the Precious Planet collection. Like I said, sorry, it's so cliche. It's what everybody's kind of doing. But I like some of the Khaki Sands version, the more neutral version. But I like this version too because it's good for both boys and girls. It's just nice neutral kinds of colors, some blues, greens, purples, browns, and that whole idea, that whole theme might still fit in with a surfer theme and kind of like the rainforest and just natural overall. So I like that. And then let me find the other stuff that I've seen. That was the bouncer seat. That's the playpen. I'm sure most of you have all seen this. That's the playpen. That's the little mobile, the projection mobile. The bottom one there is, I don't know where the polar bear fit. Oh, the polar bear is part of the swing, which is up there. And then that's the back seat of the bouncer. So I've got that. And then let me see if there's any other pictures on the flip side of these. Okay, this is the, I thought so. This is the playmat. This is the playmat. No, I mean, they're just pictures to remind me kind of what I've seen. They're not extremely clear. This is the high chair. Just a plain, simple high chair. And then on the flip side of that, you can't really see it because it got cut off on the other side, is the jumperoo. So the Precious Planet jumperoo. And that's basically it. My husband currently works in a store that delivers baby items to hotels and people that are coming on vacation. And the high chair is actually very simple and perfect. I've seen him how they clean it. It unclips really easily, so it cleans really well, really easy. And I think it's simple and perfect. Eventually, I would also get the booster seat for it, that they have the similar thing. And then what else I have in this book so far? Just some ideas of decorating ideas for different rooms in the house, recipes that I like. Yeah, trying to keep all that together. A picture of the day that my husband and I went to go take our marriage license. We used to work together, and I used to work in environmental consulting and removing storage tanks from the ground and working in the mold industry. So this was a job that we were doing, and that day we were trying to finish working so we can go take our marriage license. Then I've got a really pretty mirror that I saw that I would love for a room. Beautiful mirror. I've got a picture of someone else that had a dog that was very similar to our dog. Then I've got a picture, if it's a girl, I've got a little picture of a company that does these little princess tutus that I might get one. A metallic piggy bank. And some statistics. Let's see what else I keep in here. Recipes that we did for big stuff like Thanksgiving. When we play card games with our family. Some basal body temperature tracking, and I'm going to actually get into that more once my next cycle starts. If it does start, I'm going to actually start charting a lot more often. And then I've got statistics from when I was on that diet plan last year. So I would keep track of my statistics every week. So just random stuff in here. But soap recipes, I do actually make soap as well. And the process for how I make my cold processed soap. And that's it in here so far. So now what I have to actually paste into here is the following. Last week I went through the Target magazine, the baby magazine, and I started pulling articles and stuff that I want to try. So I want to try these organic foods in pouches. I am going to be trying to also make my own baby food when that time comes, to try not to buy a lot of stuff in the store and just make my own purees of baby food. But these are some that I might try just to supplement. Let's see, I would probably end up going with the Huggies Natural line. I don't know if it's good or not. Some opinions would be welcomed. So I would go with the Huggies Pure and Natural. I don't know what bottles I'm going to go with. I've chosen a couple already that might be good to try. The Breast Flow set, the Advent bottles are classic that a lot of people use and like. I'm also going to try the Born Freeze. Born Freeze are really good, I've heard. Of course, I also like the Playtex with the drop-ins. My best friend used those for all three of her kids, and she loved them. So some opinions on which ones you guys think are great would be good. And again, the Advents, which a lot of people use. I've got a checklist here from Target for a registry. So when you go through and do the registry, there's like a checklist, and it's pretty good. It actually goes through everything you need kind of month by month. And if you've kind of already created your registry, that's a cute little tool. The glider. Some mattresses. Let's see, another couple samples of high chairs. All different kinds of stuff that I clipped. So I don't know. They're just all ideas that are floating around. But obviously, because I never know, I never know when it's going to happen and what I'm actually going to like. And maybe there's going to be new products by the time it's my time. I just never know. So I'm just kind of clipping everything. This is another brand that I want to try. If anyone has tried it already, it's called Ella's Kitchen. They look pretty good, and they're for 4 months and up. They're stage 1 foods. These Plum Organics Baby has little attachable spoons that you can attach to it. And I'm coming up on 15 minutes. So like I said, this is going to be my last video for today. I have a lot more clippings of tons of different products that I want to try. And as I start to create my book, that's what I'm going to see you later. Bye.